Hey there, Greg Goodman joining you for the latest Southern Gospel news on Southern Gospel Now. This is episode 186 of our series. Our broadcast is made possible by Daywind.com, where you'll find Southern Gospel CDs, soundtracks, and Christian products. We've got lots of babies being born to Southern Gospel artists. The latest is a daughter for Joy Lawson of Legacy 5. He and his wife Elizabeth welcomed their fourth child, Summer Joy Lawson, January 6th. She weighed in at 8 pounds, 1 ounce. Jake said on Facebook, quote, "We are so thankful for our girl and pray that she brings life and sunshine to everyone she meets," end quote. Our congratulations to Jake and Elizabeth Lawson. Many Southern Gospel artists were forced to cancel shows with recent snow and ice. Others went on a wild goose chase. Chris Allman of Greater Vision details the group's journey to Arizona to the Southwest Gospel Music Festival.
Well, we had our flights already. Gerald was proactive, got some earlier flights so we could try to beat the snow. Got to Chattanooga. The snow beat us. The flights were delayed, eventually canceled. We got back in the cars. We started driving back towards home. The roads were not safe at all, very icy. So we decided to pull over and get a hotel. While we were there, Gerald found some flights out of Atlanta. Now we're Saturday, and we're supposed to sing actually early that day, but Landon Bean, the owner of IMC, who was the promoter of this particular weekend, allowed us to sing that evening so to give us some time to get there. So we got some flights out of Atlanta. We flew out there, 2 hours to spare. So we reached Phoenix, Arizona. We sing in 2 hours, but we had our priorities in order because we stopped at In-N-Out first, got a double cheeseburger with some animal-style fries, ate that, got over to the venue, and we sang that night. So it was really a whirlwind trip, but a great trip.
Whew, wears me out just hearing about it. Southern Gospel music wouldn't be what it is today without the groups that built the industry. The Kingsmen Quartet has been at the forefront of Southern Gospel music since 1956. There's a lot of history there. Alan Kendall tells us how he's compiling all of it to share with fans.
I have been working on a book about the Kingsmen, and I have been working on it right about 2 years now, whenever I could get the spare time to do it. It's going to be called Decades of Music, Decades of Memories, and it's kind of following in the theme of the decades sets that we have been releasing of the Kingsmen. So many of our alumni, and Ray Dean Reese himself has said, it's all about the songs. So we are covering the backstories of about 120 Kingsmen songs, along with a brief history of the group that my friend David Murray contributed to the book, and then a whole bunch of other pieces of history of the Kingsmen, several photos. This book is 367 pages long, so we're very excited about this book. It should be coming out in the spring, if not before, so stay tuned for that.
We'll be looking forward to reading that for sure. Karen Peck in New River has been going strong for over 3 decades. Susan Peck Jackson has been there since day one.
We've had a lot of seasons in the 33 years, but I love the season that we're in right now. It's just everything is exciting, and even after 33 years, it's still new. And we love it. We're just having a good time right now, and it's a good season in Karen Peck and New River.
New Year's Day 1980 was when Gold City Quartet was created. Legendary bass vocalist Tim Riley would join the group later that year. His son Daniel Riley says he had a front row seat for the creation of this great quartet.
You know, I could sense the excitement when things started happening for Gold City, and they started releasing singles to radio, and there was a lot of excitement around them, and you could feel that even as a kid. And you know, I've had the honor of being not just there, but I've been actively involved in this group since I was about, well, I mean, we could go back to a lot younger, but, you know, my first significant role with the group was when I started working with them in the studio. And I did all their albums, mixed, engineered, and of course, you can really see it in there.
Danny has done a great job leading that group, and they are sounding amazing these days. They just found out that their song, When It's Gone for Good, will be #1 on the Singing News Top 80 chart for March. When it comes to legendary groups in gospel music, they don't get much more iconic than the Chuckwagon Gang. The group continues to move forward and will be doing so as part of Daywind Music Group on the Thoroughbred Records label. Shay Smith talks about the future of the Chuckwagon Gang.
I want to first say what an honor it is for the gang to be considered official Daywind artists through the Thoroughbred label. We are so excited about what this year holds. We've had a lot of good things going on over the last couple of years, and we just feel real blessed as to where the Lord has brought us. You know, the Chuckwagon Gang will be 90 years old in 2026. Just an exciting time for us as we look forward to that 90th anniversary and starting the preparation out here now at Daywind. Everybody in the group is so excited as we look forward.
Seth J. Elby of Southbound has a great idea for the new year that we all can implement very easily.
At the beginning of the year, my wife and I were inspired to create a prayer box. And what we're going to do is throughout the year, as we have prayer requests and concerns, and as we face different situations, we're going to write down those prayer requests on a sheet of paper, and we're going to date them, and then we're going to put it inside this box. The goal is that at the end of the year, we're going to open up that box and go through each one of those. I think we will be amazed and encouraged by all of the prayer requests that were answered, how we can look back and think about all that God has done in this year. So that's my challenge to you in this first month. Create a prayer box and start adding to it. And let's see what God does in our lives in 25.
I think we can get the kids and grandkids involved in this one, making a prayer box. Southbound is kicking off the new year with new music. Their project, I Left It in the Water, releases this Friday. Jake Anglin of Brian Free and Assurance spent years as a worship pastor and says the skills he learned in that role assist him on the platform with BFA.
I mean, I think it helps in the sense of being able to find the importance in connecting with people in the moment, connecting with someone in the audience and delivering. It's not just words. You know, it's and we say it all the time. It's not just words, it's a message, but it's so true. Because, you know, when you're singing those songs, it's not just reciting lyrics. You are communicating a message to an individual. And you have to look at a crowd as not just an ocean of people, but a collection of individuals with struggles, individuals who are maybe unchurched, individuals who are worshiping in their own way, whatever. But when you look into someone's eyes and, man, you see the Spirit working on them, or you see them responding in a certain way to a song, that really brings out that side of me. I get into it, man. I can't help it.
The Allsworth Family has brought back a song that sat at the top of the charts for the Imperials back in 1980. Philip Collingsworth here to talk about Praise the Lord.
Man, what an intimidating song to tackle. It's not like nobody good had ever sung it before, you know? I mean, Russ Taff and the Imperials just made it absolutely signature and iconic. But when we decided to take a stab at it and they said, all right, Philip, I saw you, I thought, okay. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and folks seem to be really resonating with that lyric. The lyric still rings true. The lyric is still powerful. We just tried to put our spin on it and not mess it up.
A historical footnote for you, Praise the Lord from the Imperials was the first song to land on all three original radio airplay charts: Southern Gospel, Contemporary Christian, and Inspirational. The Collingsworth family's done a great job making the song relevant 45 years later. I hope you enjoy hearing all of these great artists in this music that we love so much. Don't forget you can explore back episodes of Southern Gospel Now wherever you find podcasts, or you can listen at southerngospelnow.com. Southern Gospel Now is made possible in part by SouthernGospelPrizes.com. Prizes there currently that you can register for from Greater Vision, Scotty Inman, and Southbound. I'm Greg Goodman. Thank you for joining me. Love your neighbor. And I'll see you back here next week with another edition of Southern Gospel News on Southern Gospel Now.